A short movie describing the sky from sunset to sunrise on January 2nd, 2012. As we see looking out my backyard, I have a lot of trees and you can't really see much. So one of the nice things about this stellarium program is I can get rid of the trees. Ta-da! We see that it's just a little bit before sunset. We can show that a little better here. So as we advance through the sky, just a little bit, we'll go about a minute at a time, but we'll go quickly here. We see the sun setting around 4:14, and if we look, we will be able to see Venus and close by the moon, Jupiter, show up a little bit brighter in the evening sky. So around 4:40, there's both Venus and Jupiter. Venus kind of low in the western sky, Jupiter fairly high, approaching the south. Around 5:15, we see that the moon and Jupiter are very high in the sky. Venus still pretty good and can see fairly well. Venus is about 14 degrees off, so about an hour left to go before it sets. Oh, Venus will set around just before 7 o'clock, or just around 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, Jupiter and the moon will be almost due south. And if we look over towards the eastern sky, oops, I gotta change that, shut that off so I can do this. There's Orion. Turn on the constellations here a little bit too to help us see that. Continuing on, as Moon and Jupiter rise up, as Orion is high in the night sky, around in about 10:30 or so, a little closer, we'll see in Mars start to rise above the horizon. Just a little bit after 10 o'clock. At the same time, Orion will be high in the southern sky, followed by the dog star Sirius, and Jupiter and Moon will be over in the southwestern sky. Notice one of the other things I have turned on is I'm tracking several different satellites and rocket bodies. There's the Atlas V Centaur rocket body, Thor Agena rocket body, and below is the Cosmos satellite. Just for fun, because we can. So we continue on, dark of night. We see Mars rising in the east, Jupiter and the moon setting towards the west. And keep on going through here. Okay, so we can see a little bit more of both of them. Coming up on midnight, Jupiter and the moon very close to the northwestern sky, and Mars up in the east. Let's actually advance to 1 o'clock in the morning. About 1:20 in the morning, we see Saturn joining Mars in the morning sky. Jupiter just about setting in the west. Let's advance through to 2:30 in the morning. We see that Orion is closer to the southern western sky, with Sirius following it, Mars and Saturn. 3:20 in the morning, we see that the Moon and Jupiter have long since set. Orion is about to set. Mars is approaching the meridian due south. And let's go up even one more. We'll go about 4:20. Mars is about as high in the southern sky as it's going to get, followed by Saturn. Mercury is about to rise up. And we know that the sun is going to rise a little earlier tomorrow morning. So just after 6 o'clock, we'll see Mars, Saturn, Mercury. Those of us commuting to work at this hour in the morning should be treated to a fairly good sky, if the clouds hold out, but not much longer. You'll see by 6:24, the sun is starting to wash out everything. We'll lose Mercury in the glare. Let's back up just a little bit so we could see. About 7:15, 10 of 7, we're losing Mars and Saturn as the sky gets too bright. And by the time the sun rises, around 7:15 tomorrow morning, all of the planets will have disappeared. So anyway, that's the sunrise, the evening sky on January 2nd. From sunset to sunrise, enjoy. Thanks for watching. Remember, go outside and look up.